There is a trend to promote long-term investments and social responsibility, meaning lower expected returns but bigger impact on development. How will it change the role of philanthropy in our society?
Well, first of all, I think the classical view we have about foundations is that they are giving grants and that we just use the added value we have from our endowments to do our job. Now, more and more people are going to look at their endowments in two different ways, I would say. On the one hand, there is more interest in also social responsible investments with their endowments, and secondly, to do impact investment, or what we call mission-related investment. So in a way, the methods, the tools that foundations and philanthropic organizations is broadening. Now that gives, of course, certain challenges, because you need to be sure that you have enough return. But foundations, in principle, can be, as we can call it, patient capital.
How philanthropy and impact investments are correlated?
Well, as I said, it's the relation endowment and mission relation. So you can do with investments, you can achieve as much impact as with a grant. Now, for me, they're not in opposition. Sometimes you need a grant so that something can become bankable, and then it can be taken over to another level, and then others, commercial investors, can take over. So it's not a question of oppose impact investment with grants or with classical investments. I think it's a sequence where you use the different tools, the different financial instruments, which are important.
Philanthropy and investments go hand in hand with each other. Could you please point out the most unique quality of European philanthropy?
I think what's quite unique about European philanthropy is that it's not only grant giving, that it's also operational. And so that's not put in one box. In the US, because of legal reasons, you can only be a grant giving foundation or operational foundation. You cannot combine two. So that gives what I always call the European philanthropy a toolbox, which is much larger, which can go from advocacy to convening, to investment, to guarantee, to grants. So that gives us much more possibilities.
In the era of globalization and digitalization of economy, mentality shift of operators become the major driver of development. How philanthropy can contribute to this process?
Well, that's one. You can always speak about different impact levels that philanthropy can have. And we have also different ones. Capacity building is one, agenda setting is another, policy change is one, and the fourth one is attitude change, and that's what you're asking for. And that's, of course, the most difficult one, because change people's minds is a difficult one, and it's a long-term one. So, again, we did that, for example, on the vision that people have on dementia. Some years ago, people thought about dementia like cancer. You have dementia, your world and your life is finished. That's not true. It's a process, you can still do different things and all that. Now, to change that image, philanthropy has to work together with media, has to work together with patient organizations, has to work with governments together, with doctors, with notaries, judges, whatever. So if you want to change mentality, you can only be the one who coordinates and gives some seed money so that others do their work.